Picture this, signing glyphs right outside the vector. Any girl in the world you can get next to. Have her in curls or laid back in sweats. Being on stage, collecting those checks. Everything got a price, that's right. What would you give to spend a day in the life? Platinum and ice, champagne flutes. Damn, that sound nice.
Hello everyone, it's Chris here from the School of Struggle. As per usual, just here to give you guys all the information that you need to get through your daily adversities and teach you everything you never learnt in school about how to be successful. Today I'm sitting here with an extremely good friend of mine, an aspiring thought leader who's well on his way to achieving that exact success. To give you a little bit of a background, he started his project recently being a super benefit to the world. Through the love and value he's providing to the world, he's found himself a following of over 83,000 followers alone just on Facebook in a matter of weeks. Owner and founder of a brand called Elusive Clothing, which is doing extremely well worldwide. An all-around good guy, someone who's out just to seriously benefit the world in every single way, shape and form. The man we're going to go deep regarding value with today, Tremayne Turner, and a real good friend of mine. What's up, man?
What's up, bro? How
How's
are you?
things?
Very good, very good.
It's been a while. What's going on? How's things?
It's been too long, man. Busy,
You busy? Good.
focused, and just driven.
Man, and that's it. That's all you need to be to actually, capture that success in the first place, right?
Sure.
Talking about that, for the people that don't know who you are yet, because, give it a bit of time, they're going to, you know what I mean? So when it comes down to give me a bit of a background, give us Tremayne Turner's story and give us the reason as to why you do everything too.
For sure. So Tremayne Turner's story all started when I was young in primary school. My dad would always take me to different seminars, from business seminars to motivational speaking seminars. And as any kid, it was just boring to me. I didn't like it. I just want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, watch Dragon Ball Z. That's all I cared about.
Same.
But he's like, no, you're sitting down, you're getting a book, you're writing your goals down for one whole hour.
Cool.
And for a kid who has attention span of 10 seconds, a whole hour was just not possible.
To be fair, 10 seconds would have been a lot too.
Exactly. And today I was writing my goals down for 15 minutes.
Cool.
The next 15 minutes was basically writing what I was grateful for.
Cool.
15 minutes of prayer, and then 15 minutes of basically just planning out the week.
Awesome.
So you have long-term goals in the start, and your short-term goals for the week or for the day at the end. So again, growing up, at the time I didn't think much of it, but it kind of instilled in me a small seed that just grew and grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
And so recently, with my business Elusive, I kind of hit a wall where I was like, how am I really providing value to people? And I didn't see much in it. And I was kind of stuck, and I was just forcing it. Like with Elusive again, I told you before, I'm no fashion guy.
Yeah.
It was only a way for me to learn about business and to learn how to grow in the business world and business realm. And then I kept falling back on, I kept leaning towards my passion, and I guess what I always loved was just speaking.
Yeah.
And these different speakers such as Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill, the list goes on. And I would always watch them every day. And then my good friend Izzy Zaid, also known as IZ Fitness online, he's like, man, I think it's time for you to go deep in it.
Cool.
And to be honest, the last 4 weeks, I've done more than I have the last 4 years probably. I've almost finished my first book, which I've kept on the DL for a while.
Awesome.
Just releasing videos on a weekly basis and just getting out there as much as I possibly can.
Awesome, man.
And just studying and becoming a student and just providing value as much as I can to everyone out there in not only financial realm, but just life, relationships, everything.
Cool, man. Cool. So with that, that's obviously you've got a dream, right? What is it?
The dream, honestly, and my motto is to inspire, to impact, and to end suffering for billions of people around the world.
Cool, and that's an extremely good motto too.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Thank you. But that's all it is, man. I found before when I was in business for Elusive, it was just money.
Yeah, that's all you cared about when it came down to it.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
And again, like as any young teen kid like myself would want to see, it's just, how rich can I get? How fast can I get?
Of course.
Where I found now is becoming #wealthy is only an outcome of how much value you provide to others.
100%. If you're not providing the value, it's not going to come down to anything too, right?
So I reckon the biggest tip I learned I could give right now is the more value you provide, the money is only a second factor of it. It just comes with it.
So on that, if you want to talk about value, because that's what we're here to talk about today, because I feel like the both of us provide a lot, and I think it's an inside projects to outside too. 100%. You know what I mean? So what does value mean to you?
Value is basically what you can provide to others that can benefit their life. So, for example, again, there's many ways you can look at it. So I asked a guy recently. He was talking to me online.
Yeah.
I get a lot of messages now from my page. This guy's like, "Look, man, I just want to get rich.
Yeah.
And the company isn't paying me enough."
Right.
And I said, "Okay, that is half beneficially true, but also in a way not true."
Yeah.
The reason being is yes, the company isn't paying you right now as much as you like. Why is that? You're just a casual. Your position in the company is towards the bottom. In all due respect. I said, "How much does the company pay the CEO?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, a lot.
Yeah.
Crazy amount. Your manager, a lot more than me." Again, I was like, "So they do pay a lot of money. The thing is, they're not paying you a lot of money.
Yeah.
The reason being is you don't provide enough value to the company. Therefore, what can you do to increase value in yourself that will therefore benefit the company?"
Correct.
So it always starts with you before anything else.
100%. 100%. And, mate, when it comes down to the value proposition, I think that's a good sort of way to put it as well, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whether you're a business owner or someone that works in the business, you can still provide as much value to anyone
Yes.
and get exactly what you want, too. And
Yes.
I was actually thinking about this morning. I thought, you know what? Like, you know what the best formula to get anything you want in your life is? Provide more value than the person next to you.
100%. It's not so much
I was
about...
thinking specifically value, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something you want in life, just provide the value to get it, too, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
It's
whether-
not so much as me, it's more we.
Correct.
Just change that way.
Correct. Like, I've over the past couple years personally had to start thinking about how that can change for my own sort of things too, because everything I've done in the past has always been an eye sport.
Correct.
It's always been an eye sport. You know what I mean?
Feel
So
you.
I'm making that. I've done it now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the transition from eye to we was pretty hard in all honesty for someone, because if you have those traits and all that
sure.
stuff too,
For
like,
sure.
but
For
it's doable. It's just it's a daily practice too. You know what I mean?
That's all it is. And that's what you just said,
100%.
practice daily. So, biggest advice I can give to anyone is daily rituals, daily practices.
Yeah, cool.
How do you start your day?
Cool.
Defines your day.
So on that, what are yours?
So right now, every morning I'll get up, and I would say I start with 10 minutes. That's what I started with, 10 minutes.
Yep.
For me, again, that was hard. And now it's developed into half an hour to 45 minutes, and I'll start with, again, just writing down goals. But more than anything else, it's just what I'm grateful for the first, say, 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I'll divide it into half. 5 minutes is just basically what I'm grateful for.
Yep.
And I'll sit down there and visualize 5 things of what I'm grateful for today.
Yep.
The next 5 minutes...
Things that you want to happen through that day, right?
Exactly,
Cool.
right?
For anyone to do, yeah.
Exactly. And then what I'll do is, the next 5 minutes, I'll visualize my long-term goals.
Yep.
But what I'll do is I'll visualize already achieving it.
Yep.
How do I feel?
Yep.
Like, for example, if I want to buy a Rolls Royce, right?
Yeah.
That's my dream car.
Yeah.
A Rolls Royce, for example.
Rolls Royce what?
Wraith.
Cool. Nice.
Right.
Nice.
So I'll visualize myself.
Gangster car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the car, I'll visualize the leather.
Yep.
The feel of it. And everything I
The
possibly
trim, the
can.
smell,
Exactly.
the this, the that. Yeah,
And
of course.
after that 10 minutes, man, you're beaming. You're buzzing.
Yeah, of course.
So again, another thing is I can say is motion is created by emotion.
Correct.
So how you are on the day, again, things like depression, things like sadness or whatever, kind of fade away.
Yeah.
When you, 1, show what you're grateful for, and 2, visualize success and you being in the success.
Correct.
And that's all it is.
Cool, man. And I think that's an amazing way to start your day too, you know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, just on that, obviously we think about value. What's provided the most value to you in your life? What's got you to here today?
My father, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to ask that actually.
Yeah,
Well, I assumed he would have been a huge influence for you too,
My
right?
dad, like, I don't talk about it as much as I should.
Yeah.
Like, I have to talk with him.
Yeah.
In a lot more depth, and just thank him, man. So right now, my major goal is to retire my dad in the next 2 years.
Cool.
I know he probably won't accept it, but for me, it's just my major goal. Like I said before, he's just invested and instilled in me, like, more than anything else, these values, and just taking me to these seminars and whatnot from a young age. I wouldn't be where I am today.
Cool.
And just hard, brutal work.
100%.
Just
I think it's
grind.
amazing too. So with that, I think for a lot of people out there, right, they'd actually have a scary thought of like, is that possible? So for you, it's in your head. You've got this visualization to make that happen, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to make that happen?
So the thing is with that, on the whole visualization topic, is I don't visualize it will happen.
Yeah.
I visualize it's already happened.
Correct.
That's the difference.
Correct.
I'd say that stops everyone. It kind of
Correct.
just crushes everyone's thing. Is because they're like, it will happen. It
Yeah.
will. It will. It will. You got to change the will into already have, or it has
100%.
happened, have happened, or whatever it is.
All these millionaires and stuff, right? You got to think you are before you even put action into
Exactly.
to it happening too. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course.
Exactly. So
of
for
course.
example, again, I've wrote down a figure. I won't mention the figure, but that's the amount of money I want to save up and just put it towards that retirement fund. I would call it as. And again, this is a large figure. So for example, people I've met and talked to me always say, "Bro, I want to make $1 million." How do I
Cool.
do it? That's a huge amount of money for
Yeah.
anyone, right? But again, it is, when you break it down into 1 year, that's $2,740 every day.
Correct.
The next thing is, like you said before, how do you do it?
Correct.
Is it through business? Is it through investment? Is it through venture capital? Are you investing in business or stocks? Whatever it is. Find a way that you're passionate about. Again, passion is key, because those days you don't feel like you want to do it will propel you out of bed more than anything else.
Correct.
And having someone like your father or you want to retire your family, a reason and a purpose bigger than yourself, it makes the dream so much more powerful.
100%.
Again, it's not about me, it's about we. That's the secret, that's the key.
100% when it comes down to it too, man. I think I think that specific comment you said there helps a lot too. You know what I mean? So, why do you spend so much time wanting to motivate others, though? Because obviously that's the value, right? But what's the burning sensation inside you? Because I've got an idea as to what it might be. But
Yeah. So again, for example, I looked at Tony Robbins. I looked at how he started it, and his thing was he had many fathers.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was we went from home to home, and his father left him at a young age. And it was that defining moment that made him who he is. My story, what happened was just listening to my dad's story, to be honest, more than anything else.
Cool.
So my dad, I'm Indian, Anglo-Indian.
Yep.
So my dad, so our surname's Turner. So he's an Englishman living in India.
Yep.
So if you guys have watched Slumdog Millionaire,
Yeah.
because I was born in India myself.
It's a long time since I saw that. Yeah, of course.
my father's family grew up in that sort of state of poverty.
Yeah.
So, and I've been there and I've seen where he grew up. As the story goes along, my dad's father worked for the army, or was in the army.
Yeah.
He would leave for 6 months or whatever it is. He was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
My dad has a younger brother and a younger sister. He's the oldest.
Yeah.
And so basically what happened, they would starve for those 6 months. He had to steal or whatever, make ends meet for his family from the age of 6 years old.
Yeah.
His father would come back after the 6 months, brutally beat my grandma to a pulp, like a punching bag. Whatever money he would earn from the army, he would spend on alcohol.
Okay.
So, again, and then my dad ended up being an Olympian cyclist, along with his brother. My auntie now works alongside the Dean of Science at Sydney University.
Wow.
So the end of the story is basically, if they can come out of there and give me the opportunity to grow up in a place like Australia,
Yep.
I have absolutely no excuse and no reason not to make it exponentially and pay them back again
Tenfold. Yeah, of course.
tenfold, hundredfold, whatever it is.
100%.
Because I can't, for me, just do the bare minimum and pay them back. I have to do something crazy out there, and that's my drive. That's my motivation every day. And the next thing you said was, why do I want to help others?
Yeah.
I just find there's so much negativity in the world right now.
Yeah.
And it's just poison. It's toxic. It's that thing where no one wants to see their friend do good. Yes, I want to see you do good, but not better than me.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Why is that? Why is that? Why wouldn't you want to see him do better than you, and then ask him what he done, and then learn from him?
Correct.
It's if we all work together and grow together, we can all have exponential success.
100%.
That's all it is.
It's just about, like you said before, we.
Exactly.
And I think most people are stuck in that I space.
100%.
What do I get out of it? What can I do?
Sure.
It's not what can I do for you. It's what can you do for me sometimes. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I think that's a really bad space to be in. So for anything,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter what the specific thing is. For any situation in life, if you're asking what can you do for me,
Yeah.
I think you've already put yourself at a crossroads where you're going to lose regardless. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So. But let's go into something else, right? So now, for everyone that's listening to all this stuff, say it's like a small business owner, just someone who's looking to excel in their life and do some epic shit, right?
Yeah.
So as a blanket, so everyone can take something away from it. So what do you think would be like a surefire formula for anyone to help someone provide more value to the people around them, whether it's to increase their sales in their business or just strengthen your relationship with a loved one sometimes too?
Excellent. Good question. Before anything else, before wanting to increase sales, before wanting to increase their love life or anything else, self-development.
100%.
Before anything else,
100%.
self-development is key. So everyone will normally say is, well, how do I reach the thing on that top shelf?
Yeah.
There's expensive things in life. How do I get up there?
Yeah.
And what you do is you stand on the books that you've read.
Correct.
To get to those higher shelves. Again, self-development is key. If you have inner conflicts with yourself, how do you possibly expect to have a good business, a good love life, or anything else? So before anything else, resolve your inner conflicts,
Yep.
deal with yourself, and just basically self-development to start off with. Secondly, the other things will just flow.
Correct.
It's like the law of attraction, as everyone says, you know. It just follows you. If you're a positive person, sales in the business, your love life, it just comes to you. It just seems so airy, fairy, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But unless you do it, because I've been there myself, I had
Yeah.
points in my life. I'm like, you know what? Screw this business.
Yeah.
I'm over this shit. I don't even like fashion. I don't want to be a motivational speaker. This is boring. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then again, it's just self-development and just stop. Stop.
It's a driving force too, though, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
I found myself in a big space now, like through this and a few other mediums as well. That I probably get 10 people a week at minimum that will contact me just for saying thank you for motivating me.
Yeah.
You're sitting going, fuck, did I really?
Exactly. What do I do? Where? Point it out.
Give me the exact point where I actually
Exactly.
did change that defining point for you. Because if I can do that and emulate it 10 times over,
Exactly.
I can provide more value to more people. Right?
Exactly.
I think that's it too.
Exactly right.
And I think that's in a business. What's the one thing that people love the most? Do that fucking 10 times over.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And with business, if you're a starting entrepreneur, all I would say is, one, yes, marketing is key.
100%.
And yes, again, value, like we said before, value is key as well. So with business, I just see everyone going the same way in whatever business it is, everyone's going the same way. I understand marketing in this day and era is the absolute utmost of importance.
100%.
And no one's really nailing it in the head. Yes, there's a few people who are just killing it.
Yeah.
So, for example, you see everyone doing like the advertisements on Facebook and advertisements on Instagram, affiliate marketing or whatever it is. Again, how can you be different?
Correct.
How can you stand out?
Yeah.
Memes, for example.
Yeah.
If you watch Do You Even, if you watch a company called High Smile, those two companies destroy everyone on basically just traffic and also just dominant sales. Why? Because the day of sales are gone. Like the me of sell, 40% off. That's all gone.
Yeah.
It's about attention.
Yeah.
How do I get attention?
And how do I get the most attention with the least effort at the same
Exactly.
time too? Yeah, of course.
If you watch High Smile, if you watch Do You Even,
Yeah.
all they're doing, they're a marketing business.
Correct.
Not really an actual clothing business or a teeth whitening business. You go on their Facebook or their Instagram, it's just half naked girls, puppies, food, whatever. But that's where the attention's going. So from there,
the biggest attention points. That you can find. Yeah,
exactly. And then from there, they're subtly selling you their product. It's like the Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook.
Correct.
It's just bang.
Correct.
Meme,
Correct.
product.
Correct.
So I'm not saying
it's like a 20-to-1 ratio usually too.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
I don't want to see your clothing being like, this is my windbreaker. It's fleece. It's waterproof. Whatever it is, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on Facebook to stalk my friends, to get some likes, get some comments. I don't care about your windbreaker. I want to see
Correct.
some memes.
Correct.
Link me to your page through memes. Get my attention.
Correct.
Stop me with what I'm doing.
And then later on you can come in with that right hook.
Exactly.
And you'll actually make a sell.
Exactly. As simple as that. Patience, man. Patience. Is
Yeah.
That's the virtue.
Patience and being fucking resilient, making sure that you actually go and do it day in, day out too. You know what I mean?
sure.
So I think that's a good way to for someone looking to grow something anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So with that, it's perfect to sort of roll in from that too, right? So the big question I think a lot of people will be interested in answer from based off what I opened this up into, right? Is 83,000 in such a short time. Must have been some crazy value you provided. How did you do it, and how can you help someone else do the same? Because obviously people are looking to provide value. People are looking for that, that gratification of any sort and all the stuff too. You know what I mean? So what would you say would be the best formula for that, and how did you do it in the first place?
Right. So one, for anything else, I spent a few weeks prior to that looking up Gary Vee.
Yep.
And looking at other guys in my field.
Yep.
How are they growing exponentially on a daily basis? What are their platforms? Another guy from Australia I looked into was a guy named Kerwin Ray.
Yeah.
I went to his seminars and he even broke it down with Facebook and Instagram. There's dimensions for photos and uploads you got to use. There's dimensions. There's things like I use text in all my videos.
Yep.
For someone who's deaf.
Yeah, you have to do that now regardless.
Exactly.
Like, for me specifically, I don't think I even listen. Like, it's always on silent.
Exactly.
So.
If you're on the train and all you have is audio, how will that person listen to you if they don't have the earphones?
Correct.
So there's little things, and for example, even with my Facebook videos, it's a square.
Yeah.
It's 1:1 ratio.
Yeah.
Little things like that where I want to basically take up all your real estate on your phone.
Yeah.
I want my face taking over your entire screen.
Correct.
Secondly, also, it's having a niche. How can you be different? And lastly, it's timing.
Correct.
So that sort of like those three key points together is I reckon why I'm growing exponentially. Just timing, it's different, and it's just no one's done it before. It's all it really is.
When you say timing, though, what do you mean by timing?
So timing. So for example, if that niche you're in right now
Yeah.
is all the way crowded,
Yeah.
and you come in like say 2 years later,
Yeah.
that's poor timing.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course,
Right?
of course. I get that. Yeah, 100%.
And also, if you want to look into depths of timing, even my uploads on a certain day, on a certain time, where there's the most traffic.
Yeah.
Everyone's online at that certain time I upload
Yeah.
my video. So if you want to break it down to timing that way, again,
Oh, 100%. You're going to make
Either
sure.
way.
Yeah. I think just for someone listening, just answering that specific question might help a lot too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
Well, that's awesome, man. I think that's a good a form that anyone can use at the same time too. You know what I mean? And,
Yes.
what's been the biggest response you've had from it? You know, and you're saying a lot of people are contacting you
Yeah.
and stuff. So what are they saying? How does it make you feel? You know what I mean? Like-
honestly, I had one guy 2 days ago
yeah.
message me. He was all the way from India.
Cool.
And he messaged me saying, first of all, the language barrier is a bit of a
Yeah, a
solid
little bit
riff,
hard at the same time.
but
too.
he said he was going to commit suicide in all
Wow.
due respect. He said the reason why, again, being from India, the population is over 1 billion people.
Yeah.
Jobs and poverty is insane.
Yeah.
When you're in that state of poverty, it's very different to the poverty that we see.
Correct.
And until you go there, you don't understand that. It's very hard to describe that
Yep.
in all due respect. So he messaged me just basically saying, look, I don't have a job. I don't know where I'm going. My parents think I'm an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm failing this degree at college. I just want to end it. I can't
Yep.
do it anymore. And I just stopped and I was like, wow, this is insane. What can I do, or how can I stop this guy?
Yeah.
For anything else, I said, my man, first of all, thank you for messaging me. Like, it's all I can say is thank you for reaching out and expressing yourself. That's the first step.
Yeah.
You're on the right path. The second thing is, man, understand you are of value. Your parents do love you.
100%.
They're just hard on you. And lastly, there are jobs out there. There are ways that you can do to make money and get out of that state of poverty. You just don't know it yet.
Correct.
My next question was, bro, what are you passionate about?
Yeah.
He goes, my man, I'm passionate about, it was cricket.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, my man, so what do you want to do? He's like, I don't know, I just want to make a business about cricket. Well, I said, look, from a marketing way, I don't see much about cricket on social media.
Correct.
What can you do as an Indian, where cricket in India is like religion?
Yeah.
What can you do for all my mates in India?
Man, become the cricket Bible.
Exactly, exactly. And he just stopped with these little emojis with the laugh heart eyes. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
there you go.
Like I did with the graffiti Bible. Like,
Exactly right, bro. Think outside the box. How can you be the only guy?
And how can you be the authority figure at the same time too? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
so you get to the point where people go, "Fuck!" Like that's where I have to go now.
100%.
I have to go there.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
And be that figure, and then people will follow automatically.
100%.
Lead the way. And also, yes, if there are guys ahead of you, all
Yeah.
you have to do is they've already paved the way for success.
Yep.
Use their tips, use their advice,
correct.
and don't make the same mistakes they did.
Exactly right.
Learn from their mistakes.
Mate, when it comes down to it, success leaves clues as well.
Exactly.
Success leaves a lot of clues
For
when it comes to
sure.
my biggest mentor taught me that so many times
Yep.
over. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
think it was just along the lines of, if people have done it before, people can see whether it's done right or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Sure.
you can see where the clues were left. You can
Yep.
see where they fucked up at the same time
Yep.
too. Don't do those ones.
Exactly. Why make the same mistakes?
See, because I'm not sure if you know, like I was mentioning what we're doing, you know, since we haven't connected for so long
Yep,
at the same
yep,
time
yep.
too. I actually run a small consultancy company for businesses to actually help them grow exponentially as well, right?
Yep.
So the amount of times I see them and they're making the same mistakes they've made in the past,
Yes.
again and again and again and again, and you come in with that outside perspective and just say, "Guys, what the fuck are you doing?"
100%.
And then because you've got experience in so many different other areas at the same time, you can sort of look at them and go, "Hey, look, like my opinion, because it's
Yep.
going to come, it's gold or not at the
Yes.
same time too. My opinion on what you should do here to change this is this." They do it and it works. Like, oh, was that easy?
Exactly. Everyone overthinks in a business, man.
It was that
Exactly,
easy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it actually was.
100%. 110%. Some guys out there are just trying too hard and putting their effort in the wrong fields.
100%, man.
Utilize your
100%.
effort wisely and put it just into a certain thing where you think, how can I get out there and get my consumer to love me?
Correct.
Create fans. That's number one thing.
Correct.
You do not want a customer, because a customer will be a one-off purchase.
Correct. You know, your fans, or you want a client.
Exactly.
A client. See,
It's better word.
I never call them like customers. I call them
Exactly.
clients. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like when it comes down to it, you want to keep them for life. And a client's someone you consult to.
Exactly.
A client's someone that takes value from in so many fucking different ways that you didn't even know was possible.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
And that's how you create sales as well. Like, so how I
Correct.
started Elusive was, I got all my friends, again, timing wise, it was from Campbelltown.
Yep.
So at that time, General Pants shut down.
yeah,
So that was a huge thing for me.
perfect timing. Yeah.
Second thing as well, I watched so many gangster movies
Yeah.
I possibly could. And so I was like, I watched every drug movie I possibly could. And I think, how are these guys selling this stuff? I'm sure I can sell clothes.
Yeah.
If these guys can sell this stuff. And I got kids, always different schools in my area. And I started with one kid each school. And I would just sell it to them.
Yeah.
And again, I created fans. So he would sell it to him, he would sell it to him, and he would sell it to her. And I just grew that way organically. I wasn't spending money in advertising back then, but just getting that basic start, that base.
Correct.
Everyone wants to go straight to Facebook, straight to Instagram. First build a base. Does your product work?
You've got to go from the ground up,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like 100%.
Because business is a harsh reality. Because you may think you love it, it's cool.
Please do not try and run before you can walk.
Exactly. The market will hit you in the face and go...
And hurt you.
Exactly.
Hurt you really badly.
So don't go hard too soon.
Yeah.
Test it out, see if it works, and then build up slowly.
Correct.
Will Smith said in one of his talks, he's like, lay a brick each day as perfectly as a brick can be laid.
Correct.
Soon enough, you'll have a wall. You don't just say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest, great wall of China, whatever it is. You can't. You can't do that. How do you do it?
You could definitely try.
Exactly.
You're going to put it out and it's going to hurt.
Start small, my man, and lay each brick every day. That's all it is.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah, perfect way to put it too. You know what I mean? So, mate, what and who you said your father, but what and who motivates you in any other space of that too? You know what I mean? Because obviously, if you're providing value to others, it's because these people provided value to you. You know what I mean? So,
for sure, it's Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Absolute wizard of a
Yeah.
guy. Why him the most is because I find other speakers just talk about the one thing. It's just motivation, and it's not so much principle.
yeah.
See, motivation for me, yes, it's excellent. I'm no disrespect to some speakers, but it only gets some people started. It doesn't keep them going. Where Tony Robbins, why he's, I reckon, the godfather, is because he provides principles in all aspects of life, in relationships, in health, in wealth. He does talks about finance and investments.
Yeah.
He'll talk about for a 3-hour seminar on juicing.
Yeah.
The benefits of, drinking alkalizing drinks. This guy
To
basically
benefit your body for exponential life. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Of course,
There's no point me coming out and saying, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But how?
Yeah,
how
correct,
do I do it?
correct.
Tony's breaking down and saying, yo, drink every morning, start your day with, a bit of water, lemon juice. Carry on with, alkalizing drinks, alkalizing foods. This will give you that abundant amount of energy, that abundant amount of feeling. You just feel good.
Yeah.
And then, yes, he'll fill you in on the business motivation, that business side of tips and advice on marketing and sales execution and whatever. And he, much like yourself, gets other guys from different fields upon his seminars, upon his podcast.
Brings it in.
That provides value. And then
Brings it
therefore,
in.
he's reaching, he's got his hand in every pot. Right?
100%. You kind of have to too, you know what I mean? So if anyone wants to be a thought leader or someone that sort of dominates a sector, you kind of need to do all of that, you know what I mean? So why don't you get everyone I've got on so far is just a friend, you know what I mean? But I'm just blessed, and I think I position myself correctly all the time to make sure that all the people I have around me are fucking great.
Yeah, exactly. And that's again a huge topic and a huge point you just made is
true.
Who you surround yourself
with? Let's open up that a bit,
for
sure.
So guys, you may have heard it 1,001 times, but I guess it's become so mundane, you kind of just ignore it.
Yeah.
Who you surround yourself with, is who you become. And I cannot express that enough. I cannot express that enough. My first year of business, my first year of getting out of uni and going to business was, in all due respect, I had some pretty negative people in my life.
Yeah.
And I found you don't know that at the time, but until you actually get yourself out of that position, out of that group.
Correct.
You take a step back and actually these guys weren't there for my benefit.
Correct.
They were there for their own benefit.
Correct.
And you may think that you're friends, but are they really your friends?
Correct.
And you find yourself in times of struggle, everyone's gone. Where are all my so-called #friends, right? Where are they? Right? And that's why my friendship group of 30, 40, whatever it was, has now come down to 4. Or whatever it is, right?
Dude, sometimes I think, fuck, is there 4?
Exactly.
Obviously there isn't, man, but it's just some days sitting there going man, I think I spent other than I've done 4 podcasts this week.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think most of the time I've spent has been by myself in my office.
That's
just
it.
fucking doing, you know what I mean? Doing the hard yards, 100%, 100%.
Again, people go, I want to have 10, 15 friends. But if you're not an attractive person,
Mate, if you can have 10 to 15 friends that are fucking like amazing in your life, actually benefit you, that motivate you, that help you motivate others at the same time too, have 30. But try and find them.
That's all it is, man. If you're poor, it's most likely because, or mentally or financially, you're surrounding yourself with poor-minded people.
Correct.
That therefore reflect on their bank statement.
Correct.
If you surround yourself with 4 millionaires, I guarantee you in a couple of years
You'll be the fifth. You'll be the fifth.
It's that
100%.
simple. It's that simple.
I had that exact quote said to me recently this week too. Hey,
Yeah.
it's so true.
It's
you
so
know what I
true.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
It's so true.
Exactly. And if you want a certain thing, all you gotta do is immerse your way, like I said before as well. And people have already done it.
100%.
They've paved the way.
100%.
Just follow the footsteps.
Another thing I found with that too, right, is like I assume it's very similar for you too.
Yeah.
I'm the person come to for everything, for every walk of life.
Yeah.
Like everyone comes to me. Like who the fuck do you go to sometimes? You know what I mean? Like you need those people. You know those people around you. You know what I mean? Like you need it. Because I would have had 20 people that I've tried to help this week, and one of my favorite things to do is weekly, regardless, no matter what state I'm in, no matter where I am, what country, whatever it is. I'll message 10 people twice a week, just to say have a fucking amazing day today.
Excellent.
Like just to make sure that they wake up going, at least someone cares. You know what I mean? Like 'cause some people out there don't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No, I agree with
that and just surrounding yourself with the right people. Like sometimes it's hard to find that other person. You got to be that person for yourself.
Yes.
Treat yourself like a client sometimes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like.
And on that point, which you made excellent, just giving and messaging someone out of nowhere, going, "Help, man, have a fucking awesome day."
Mate, I do it constantly.
That's it. All this is giving.
Exactly.
Giving is
give, and you will receive.
Exactly.
That was in the Bible too, right? Like,
exactly right, man. And like the secret to living is giving.
That could be in the cricket Bible.
Yes, my man. If you're listening to this right now, apply it to your Bible. Cricket Bible.
The cricket Bible.
Cricket Bible. Right? And secret to living is giving, man. And people will always think, I've got to give money. I've got to give to foundations and charity and whatnot. And they have no money.
Man, give to your friends.
Give to your friends and give of yourself. Give of what you're good at, of your talent. So, for example, starting this, you may not have the biggest amount of money. How can you give your talents and what you're good at to people who need that? That's the best way of giving. Because that's more than what money can do.
100%.
Because money is just, yes, it's a little bit of money here and there. It may help at that time.
Yeah.
But giving of yourself will impact that person for a lifetime.
For a lifetime, exactly right. Like
give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day.
Teach a
Teach
man
how
to
to
fish.
and he'll basically save his life.
He might hurt himself during the process.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many principles out there, man, that everyone know, but they don't really understand.
They don't understand it. You're right. So they don't know how to apply it at the same time too. You know what I mean? I think application's everything.
Yes.
Application's everything. Like
exactly.
As I mentioned before, like I've got a lot of clients at the moment too, right? So with that, you sit there and you write out the formula for them every single fucking time on how to actually exceed in whatever they want to do at the same time too. The last step every time is execute. Because if you don't do that, you're fucked already. And that's the same with value. If you don't execute it, then what's the point at the same time too? So you mentioned before people going through struggles in life and all this stuff too, right? Obviously, there's only a certain way you can get out of it, and that's usually through yourself.
Correct.
Right? What's the biggest struggle you've had to go through, and how have you overcome it?
I guess it was a point in that recently in my business and getting out of uni. Oh, actually, before that, getting out of uni.
Yeah.
So out of high school, I come from an Indian family.
Yeah.
Super strict in like the way of when you're born. My dad told me going, when you're older, bro, when you're older, my son, I should say, you're gonna be a doctor. You're gonna be a lawyer. You're gonna be an accountant, whatever, right? So getting out of uni and dropping out of uni as an Indian kid is a hell no. There is no possible chance. And like telling my parents that I want to get a business or have a business in clothing. Yeah. Again, in all due respect to my Indians out there, we're not the most fashionable people in the world. So telling my Indian parents or old school, I want to drop out of my exercise science and then my business degree at university to pursue a business in fashion.
Correct.
I could not express the look on their face of what would you just say?
Yeah.
So that's been my hardest struggle. And for my other people listening to this right now who are in the same predicament, who want to like get out, but family members or friends seem to hold you down, just get out. Just do.
Yeah.
And eventually they'll come around. They'll see that you're passionate, that you're doing. That's all they want to see.
Correct.
They're not scared that you will fail. They're just worried.
Correct.
Because they want what's best for you.
Correct.
And if you're passionate and you're loving life, they'll accept that.
100%.
Just be patient. And just do it and believe in yourself, and they'll believe in you after that.
Patience is the key to most things, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that's something most people tend to forget too, you know what I mean? So, man, what's the biggest win you've ever had in your life?
Biggest win.
And how's that affected yourself too, you know what I mean? Because when people win, they can change, you know what I mean? Like,
That's for sure. Honestly, I've never had one big win. I would say I've had many smaller wins that, again, have added up. My first bodybuilding show was pretty awesome.
cool.
Playing cricket at a pretty high level was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting into my university degree was good.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to get killed by my parents, obviously. And then even now, just growing my page, I did not expect the response I've got.
Yeah.
And that's truly humbled me more than anything else. Like, the page right now is growing at about 2,500 followers a day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So each video, I've released a video on, it's called How to Get Rich, but it's just clickbait.
Yeah.
All this is basically saying how much value you can provide.
Yeah.
That's almost on 700,000 views.
Wow.
And so with my business Elusive, it took me 2 years to grow the page to 2,500 likes.
Yeah.
Now, explain to me, or because I don't understand, how I can grow that, or how I have grown the new page into basically that same amount of likes on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And all this is value. Again,
Correct.
the word value, bro, has been overused, but all you're doing is just providing that.
Correct.
People will come. That's it.
Man, I think it's a great answer too. So on that, how do you separate yourself from the competition now? Because there's a few people out there doing it, right? So
Right.
How would you separate yourself from the competition? Or I have a different answer to this, but please say yours.
Okay. Be yourself.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, do something that no one else has seen before.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Be out there. No one wants to see this monotone guy.
100%.
Get out there on every platform.
Yep.
So, for example, this is my first podcast. I've never done this before. So, again, this is something new for me. But
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I jumped on it.
The beautiful thing we can do is this: is we can distribute each other through this. You know what I mean? So, and like we said, we're trying to level each other up every time too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So, sorry, go on.
And that's, again, on that point, that's really all it is.
Cool. Yeah. And I think that too. I think the other, like, what I was going to say there is, like, why separate yourself? Connect with your competition.
Well said.
Connect
well
with your competition.
Well
Hit them
said.
up and go work with them at the same time too, you know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
And on that, I feel like you and I have a lot we could do together at the moment too. Like, there's a lot of different things we can actually provide to the world at the same time too. We've both got two different platforms that are going really well at the moment.
Yes.
So I think we should connect more and do more for the
sure.
same people too, because there's a lot of people listening. So
And that's the way, I guess, even business in the world today has changed so much.
Yeah.
Before, business was all about backstabbing and I'll kill you in business and we're better and whatnot. Now it's more collaboration.
Correct.
More than anything else. Even look at fashion. In fashion, you're seeing Supreme collab with Louis Vuitton.
Correct.
Since when does that happen?
Correct.
How? And like, again, I'm not a fashion guru, but if I can see it,
Supreme and Louis Vuitton,
exactly.
Supreme, Nike and Undefeated.
Yeah.
You've got there's a million brands that are collaborating now because obviously they know you need to actually collaborate to win.
Exactly. And if the leaders are doing
Or to win on the highest level anyway. Because imagine how many people do you see repost the Louis Vuitton and Supreme thing?
Exactly.
Seconds, bang, done.
Yeah.
Seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's ridiculous how quickly that happened too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I think we should definitely connect on a few other things too there. So, what advice would you give to anyone who's looking to do this for someone else?
This podcast?
No, not the podcast, but providing value and trying to make a name for themselves or like just trying to provide value. What advice do you have for them, or what advice do you have to motivate anyone to be the best version of themselves as well?
Again, like I said before, it starts with self-development.
Yeah.
Before even thinking about anything else, first start each day with your goals. What are your goals? And I don't mean just noting it. I mean noting it down on a daily basis till your hands start to bleed almost. Because this should be a daily practice where everyone kind of wants to rush through it and whatnot. But no, take your time. Take out that 10 minutes to truly understand where you want to go.
Yeah.
Have a vision and now simply execute. That's the first thing. And once you've obviously grown and developed yourself, it does take forever. It's an everyday thing. It's not going to end. You become an attractive person.
Correct.
And that's where the law of attraction comes in. When you're an attractive person, you will attract other people. You will attract other positive things in your life.
Correct.
Blot out negativity. If you have negativity in your life right now, cut it out.
100%.
It's a cancer. It'll spread.
100%.
So that's as simple as I can make it. Start with yourself, and everything else will just follow.
Dude, a question I like asking everyone, and it's always an interesting reply from everyone too. Some people have made me ask it again, but if 16-year-old Tremayne could give Tremayne today any advice on how to move forward, or what to have changed differently, or what it might be, what is it?
Back then, I was a skinny, anorexic little Indian kid. All I could say was, my man Trey, be confident, be out there. You only live once. There's no point shying away and not putting your goals out there.
Correct.
Everyone wants to keep their goals to themselves.
Correct.
Why? They're afraid they're not going to do it, they're not going to achieve it, and the feeling of embarrassment, the feeling of defeat is what blocks a lot of people. And they're worried about what people will say to them. And that's everywhere, on social media, in school, in your workforce, anywhere. So what I can say is, don't worry what anyone thinks. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe it to yourself.
Correct.
Be yourself, do what you truly want to do, and that is the truest way to happiness and fulfillment. Fulfillment's the biggest word. Not happiness, but fulfillment.
I agree.
Are you fulfilled?
I agree.
That's it.
To be fair, I've never been scared of failing.
That's
ever.
it, man.
I'm more scared of success some days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because you know that's where you're going. Because it's unknown too. You're like, fuck, right. Like, failing, I'm not scared. I fail twice a day. Twice an hour. Fuck. Twice an hour I fail. And the quicker you fail, the quicker you get to where you want to be at the same time too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that's a
Keep moving forward.
Always.
I watched, a movie I watched recently was Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah.
Walt Disney movie. Like, Walt Disney is a genius. He has this amazing...
He's crazy,
He has these messages in it. Like, his message in the movie was, keep moving forward.
Correct.
That was it. 3 words.
That's it.
That's all it is. Keep moving forward.
And it would have been pasted in different ways and all sort of stuff as well through the whole movie to give that little bit of motivation as well. Like,
and that's, in a way, like, that's basically motivational speaking for kids. Like, he's pumping up these kids through his own platform, through his own way. So, if you are wanting to get into this sort of like realm of motivation and public speaking or whatever it is, it's simply find a way that hasn't been done before and just go all in and be yourself.
Correct.
Again, like
be unique, man. Be unique.
Recently, I got asked to go to a school and speak to the year 12 on marketing and motivation because they have their HSC exams coming up. Wind the clock back to 3-4 years ago when I was in year 12, I couldn't do a 1-minute speech. I would stutter, I would be afraid, I would just mumble and whatever. And the talk I did for the girls was a 2-hour talk.
Wow.
No palm cards, no notes, just banging it out. When I couldn't do a 1-minute speech before, why and how I would say, I became who I was meant to be, and I just basically accepted myself for who I am.
Correct.
If you do, stutter or mumble, that's fine. Again, keep moving forward,
It's going to happen.
Exactly.
It's going
the
to
best
happen.
of the best speakers mumble and stutter sometimes.
100%.
It's just keep moving forward.
You're human, right?
Exactly. Everyone makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
And I actually think a good point to put out there is be human. Show people your imperfections.
Exactly. Put it out there.
Yeah, show people you have your imperfections. Because if anyone's gonna devalue that, be the first to do it.
On that point,
be the first to do it.
On that point, I saw an awesome post by Gary Vaynerchuk recently. On the fitness market, the fitness niche. All these fitness models and fitness bloggers or brand, models, whatever they are, keep posting photos of their best physiques, their best lighting, the best shape, whatever they're in. They don't post themselves in bad lighting.
Yeah, correct.
What you're doing is, by doing that, showing... You're just being real. You're just being real. And again, that's different to the market.
Correct.
So if I'm a follower of you and I see, man, my boy Chris is always in tip-top shape. He has the biggest legs I've ever seen. He's always in the best lighting. I want to see you, bro, in some bad lighting. I want to see imperfections. I want to see a real guy. And that makes me feel that it's realistic. And boosts me up.
Whatever he does is attainable then too.
Exactly.
Right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Of course. Man, thank you so much for coming on today. That's come to the end now, you know what I mean? But I think everything we've done so far has provided some great value to the people that are going to listen at the same time too.
Sure.
And once we distribute this, I think this is one that could go sort of viral too, you know what I mean? So I've had a couple so far that have, but if we do it right, I think it'll go well too, you know what I mean? So thank you so much for coming on, man. I look forward to having you on again in the future.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I appreciate it. Let's do it together, all right?
You're the best, man. Peace.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. Take care.